Okay, so I don't really have many plans today. At least not for going out. I do plan on uh, printing out my bank statements, or really my checking statements, because I don't really have a it's a checking account. Anyways, um, and going on. I actually don't know. That's the thing. Like, would it be better to go to? That's something I'm gonna look into for my Social Security card because I don't have one, and I'm like, where do I go? Proof. I need to just get proof that I'm trying to get it. I understand that you can do that online, but like, I haven't signed up to uh my Social Security. I haven't signed up on that account in I don't know how long. It's been like more than 2 years, I think. Um, I don't remember the password, and there's multiple days or something for you to receive a password in the mail or something. Anyways, yeah, I have to look into it. Uh, I went for a walk over down to Carriage Lane Park. It was fun. Just get to see the clouds. It was nice, and relax on the under some nature and breathe some air that isn't in this house. It was all very nice. Worked up a bit of a sweat too doing it, which is good. Um, Stomach troubles seem to be okay now. Um, so that's nice. It's very nice actually. There are some other things going on in the background, like uh, actually no, there really isn't. No, yeah. I'm more or less just doing it day by day right now. Today, I might go out some more. I think I'll switch out of these PJs to something that's a little more normal. Although I like wearing my PJs, man, they're fucking comfortable. But everybody's all like, that's not very fashionable and stuff. And I'm like, not really looking to get looked at. I don't really care. I'm not dressing up to be seen. I'm dressing up to go to somewhere and be comfortable with my damn self. Um, that's one of the things that always concerned me is that women have a really significantly undue pressurized view of having to look good anytime they're even around the house. Like if they don't feel like they look. But here's the thing. There are both pros and cons to this. I think it's personally not something that we should be like trying to shoehorn and force into that cultural aspect and instead allow them to also be able to essentially be like men as well and the idea that they don't need to be constantly dressed up and all this and they don't need to be fucking mocked. But here's the thing. It's usually not other men that mock them. Truthfully speaking, it's women. So yeah, they're keeping that whole toxic environment alive. They want to blame it on men, but in reality, men are just happy little, you know, accidents, I guess, in this situation. Like they happen to have started it, and then you guys continued it, and then there are also, of course, some men that are still continuing it and all that. But yeah, it's for the most part, most men don't really mind. They just get a good look. That's all. Um, Anyways, I'm going off on a rant for no reason. I don't know. I don't really want to talk too much about what's been going on. Don't really want to think about anything. But life is life. Your brain is your brain, and that's not really possible. So, you know, you know, keeping my diet well and low, not overeating. Lion's mane's mushroom does seem to be working in terms of being able to help with my gait. I've noticed while I was walking, I was able to start walking a little better, a little more better posture and stuff, and being able to actually hold myself up. which is nice. I didn't feel overly winded. That's the weird part. I can go into a shower and just get destroyed. Like, if I go for too long and it's too warm, like a 30-minute shower, by the end of it, I'm having to crouch in the damn shower and take a breather, because, like, I can't even stand up past that point. But, like, that also says to me I have a lot to do with some cardio. My heart's probably doing its own issues, having its own issues. That I need to. Cardio helps with that, cardio endurance, and then, of course, there's always trying to do the same things that those people that can hold their breath for like 10 minutes and go diving for fish and stuff. They have like really good hearts and lungs because they train them. Your body can get trained on practically anything. It's a remarkable thing. And if it can't be trained, it can more than likely be helped along with some basic techniques. So, yeah, it isn't to say that there is no hope. It isn't to say that there isn't something that you can't do. It's just you got to find out what small itty bitty things you can do and slowly build them up. For the people that are having trouble with trying to find hobbies and interests, I'm sorry, I don't really know honestly what to say, because it's not easy. Finding joy when you have depression over something is a needle in a haystack. You never know what it's going to be, and you never know how long you can keep going with something. And sometimes if you keep trying to do something and you just don't like it, but you keep trying anyways because that's what all the advice is, you end up just causing more issues and becoming less trustful of trying new things to begin with, because, well, obviously I just kept doing this and it just never worked. So you get this logical fallacy that nothing will work. But that's not the case. Keep trying. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in myself, kind of. Like, I'll be honest here, it's difficult. It's difficult. I have a lot of guilt and shame. I have a lot of guilt and shame right now that I'm gonna have to process for a while before I start feeling even remotely close to what I did back in the summer of 2016. Man, summer 2016 was a good time. Transcendental meditation was good. Cannabis was flowing nice. Good music, good vibes. Started trying to go out with people. Picking up hobbies. Letting go of past things. It was real nice. And then apparently that minute attracted a whole bunch of fucking people. And now we're here. So, yeah. That's a thing. It's a thing. I wish it wasn't a thing sometimes. But at the same time, I'm like, I learned a lot of stuff. I grew a little bit in some ways. Not everything is a painful memory, and even the painful memories still have good things about them. But don't forget the bad stuff. Learn to forgive and let go, but hell, doesn't even matter to forgive. You got to be able to let it go to start the process of learning how to forgive. And you might never reach that. The whole point is more to get yourself back away from this thing that you're constantly angry about, and allow yourself the process to begin the healing past the anger, because you're stuck in the anger of your grief phase. You're constantly angry, you're constantly resentful, you're just you don't want to feel sad, but you do feel sad. You just don't want to admit it, so you get angrier. so many other things start happening, and you start lashing out, and then that becomes real sadness, but you're still angry and resentful, and then it's real detrimental to someone's life, man. It's just not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing. Keep those feelings bottled up. Scream, yell, vent it out, man. But be careful, because you can keep venting and venting and venting, and then while you're venting, you bring up other stuff, and then you bring up more and more and more, and the white hot rage comes back again. And then, unfortunately, what you're really doing now at that point is re-triggering traumas for yourself. You're not helping yourself, you're just re-triggering traumas. And you're not in a safe place, more than likely, to be doing that. So, yeah. I feel like my journey is just starting. I am starting to get a little hopeful for the Phoenix housing thing. I doubt that I'll get it, though. However, it does open up the possibility of me being able to get SSI, which would be nice, because I'm living by myself and I have no declared income, and therefore I have my SMI diagnosis and all this other stuff. It might just be able to be gotten, so to speak. Alright, I have to pee so bad. Alright, I forget exactly what I was saying. I keep talking about trying to take pictures of all my stuff. It feels overwhelming. It really does. Like, I need to learn how to tackle projects at like one thing at a time, because whenever I think about doing it, I literally think about like setting up a whole fucking sheet and studio, and then like getting a tripod, and then putting my camera down and taking pictures, and I'm like, that's a little much. I don't really want to do that right now. I'm okay with just relaxing. It's a Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it if it was already there. It's just, I don't know. And then on top of that, I have to individually sort all the pictures, come up with descriptions, and then sign up for accounts on either Craigslist, eBay, wherever, and try and get that shit sold. It's all doable. It's just like I gotta step by step this motherfucker, because like it feels overwhelming. It feels like too big of a project. But see, that's the thing. Like, whenever I'm in a good mood, it's like it's not even a problem. I've noticed is that for me at least, that like when my mood is bad, it doesn't matter how much I want to do something, it's just not gonna get done. Doesn't matter what consequences there might be if I don't get it done, it's just not gonna get done. Yeah, unfortunately I need to work on that. It's a big negative habit of mine. I am slowly building up steam on getting rid of procrastination, and I have been doing well and getting out and at least once a day for the last few days, and I've been keeping myself clean and brush my teeth, and yeah, it's the little things. You gotta give yourself, I understand that everybody wants to poo-poo on the little things, even ourselves, because we're told day after day after day by all these people that even these tiny small things are not good enough and you should be trying to do even more. Well, tell them to shut the fuck up. Tell yourself to shut the fuck up. Because guess what? You're not in a position to be doing more. You're not in a position to hurt yourself or hate yourself for not doing enough. What you were in a position for right now mentally is saying this, while it wasn't everything, is fucking good, and I'm going to take it, and then I'm going to run with it, and I'm going to try and do some more later, or I'll try and get even better next time. And that's all there is to it. Okay? Don't let them fucking start harping on all the little things that you think, or that they think that you didn't do enough of, or you didn't do this enough, or you didn't do this fast enough, or you didn't, fuck off. Fuck off. That's your opinion, that's your judgment, that's your expectations. You can go shut up. Okay? I'm putting a wall, I'm putting my boundary up here. I'm not allowing you to do that shit. And you gotta do it to yourself too, because guess what? You are your biggest critic, and you will start having those thoughts. I do. I know I do. They still come up. But I didn't get this done. Such a failure, man. Well, no, I'm not. I did this stuff. I did this stuff. Why aren't those successes? Why can't you say that those are successes? They are. And you've got to slowly get into the habit of saying those are successes. These are not failures. This one small thing can get done next time. I only had this amount of energy, and I used up the amount of energy that I could do, and I got this stuff done. Now, if I had pushed myself, maybe I could have gotten that much more done, but here's the thing. There always is a price for pushing yourself in that way. There will always be a price. It's extra energy that instead of being able to use to relax and help yourself mentally, you are draining yourself and creating even more stress. So you have to figure out a way to alleviate that stress and alleviate all those issues. All right? If you're a person like myself that doesn't really have that many options, or the ones that are there aren't really stuff that I can do, or even sometimes even work, you got to be careful with adding extra stress. Like, I have to go slow. There are other people that they can just push, and I applaud them, but this is what I'm going to tell them. You will burn yourself out if you do not decide to take a break and give yourself the chance to rewind and come back to center. Okay? You need to allow yourself the ability to relax and de-stress and ultimately take stock of what's happening in your life, because more than likely you have a chaotic life. You have a very fast-paced life, and you need time to say, wait, hold on, I need to think about this. Okay? I would suggest doing that if you can do it. Schedule that time in. That's not even a joke. Literally schedule in at least 2 hours. Okay? Preferably at the end of the damn day. Alright? You need to relax before you sleep. Your body cannot get good sleep if you do not relax and take the time to de-stress. You will have bad dreams, you will have less restful, deep sleep, and you will have issues that continue going forward. Okay? So, this is a form of self-care I'm trying to teach you here. You don't want to be burnt out wondering what it is, what's wrong with my life, why am I feeling this way, and all these other things. It's very typical of the standard person who got wrapped into the rat race that is the world economy right now. You know, go, 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 don't think about it, risk it, do. Well, unfortunately, you end up never really realizing why you're doing things, what you're doing it for, and so many other stuff. And, well, quite frankly, eventually your brain goes, wait. What am I doing this for? Those are crisis of conscience moments, usually. Those are, moments where you realize that what you're doing isn't necessarily what you want to do anymore. That's when your brain is trying to say to you, I don't like this and I need a change. So, or at least in my opinion, it could be entirely different. I don't know everybody's situation, and I certainly can't predict what's going on in your life. All I can say is that these are some basic things that can help, and these are some stuff that I've seen happen to others, and time after time. Okay? So just, be concerned, take care of yourself. Don't try and push yourself too far, but, push yourself a little every once in a while. And if you don't have the option, try and schedule time. Like it doesn't even matter. Like you would literally sit around doing nothing. No TV, no books, nothing. Just think. That's it. All you have to do is think. Think about how you feel about this situation, how you feel about that situation. Why would somebody think, then start going and trying to put it into perspectives of other individuals. This is something I started doing because I had the time. I started thinking about situations, but then I started thinking about how another person might view that from what they're going through and how their life is. It's not just only your perspective. There are other people's perspectives that have to be considered. And ultimately, it really helped change and shape the way I view the world. And allowed a lot of the anger and resentment that I had that was directed about my fellow man, because why are they this angry? Why are they this, mean? And they don't seem to be able to have humanity in them or empathy and all this stuff. And it took a lot of, looking around and pondering what the fuck is going on for me to realize that, like, there's just so much more to it that I really can't be angry as much as I used to be for people. I can still be angry. I'm still going to be pissed off about the asshole who decides to gang rape or, drug and rape a fucking person. I'm not going to fucking ever be like, yeah, that's okay. You just will never get me to say that. I shouldn't say never. Perhaps there might be one situation or something, I don't know, but I don't want to think about it. And personally, it's not the debate we're having here. Extreme examples that can change your view are not exactly the norm, okay? So it's a bad example. It's stupid to think about because oftentimes it doesn't happen. And even if it does, it's a one exception rule. It's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Anyways. I've just been debating what it is I would like to do moving forward. And I don't really know. I was thinking about if I do get a apartment, I might be able to get a nice job somewhere, like at a convenience store, Fry's or something. I don't know. I mean something. Or I might be able to get SSI. The possibility is there because I won't have any income. I'll be living by myself, and I will have the designation of SMI. All of which help that out. So I might be able to get it. Again, I don't really want to be waiting 2 fucking years. But in the meantime, I can apply for it and just wait while I'm still working on myself. And then if it shows up, it does. If it doesn't, then I get a job. And if I get good enough, mentally and physically again to be able to handle a job. I mean, because that's another thing. People just want you to get a job, but they don't ever take into consideration your individual situation. You could be way too overweight or just physically you can't do it. Even just standing for a certain amount of hours or being able to bend and lift this or whatever it is. And that sucks. But you're going to suck it up and say that you can do it because you want the fucking job, and you're not going to say anything, towards it. Which, unfortunately, and here's the thing, I'm not going to say why you're doing that. I'm going to bet you're more than likely feel pressured because of financial pressures and societal pressures telling you that this needs to happen. Now, fortunately, there are other places in the world where you're able to actually get help financially while you're able to work on yourself mentally. But this is America, and that's not the case. We're a capitalistic autocracy of herd mentality. So, with many oligarchs that say that are basically like gods. So, yes. So you're gonna more than likely do that, and more than likely, if you're like most people, you'll be able to sustain it for a little while, and then you won't be able to do that anymore. Even a little bit. You will either lose your job through you quitting or not showing up because you're depressed and anxious and you just can't get out of bed, or you're hurt too much, or whatever it is. And then that leads to you having those financial stressors come back, and also being completely hurt from having to try and force yourself, and therefore you took even more damage to yourself mentally and physically, so it will take even longer to recover. But you'll pretend that you're okay, and then you'll try and get another job, and the cycle repeats until you can't do it anymore. And then you hate yourself because why can't I just do this simple thing? And unfortunately, the simple thing is not that simple. There are other things that are going on that are causing you to no longer be able to do this, that you have to address, and that nobody's telling you to address. So for me, when people want me to get a job and people want me to do all these things, I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, I'm also very well aware of my own limitations and abilities. And so I need to be able to bring some of those up. I need to get rid of some of the limitations I have by being able to get my endurance back. I need to be able to stand on my feet for longer than for 30 minutes, I need to be able to bend and lift things without multiple times a day, without literally being for the next 2 weeks feeling like I should never leave my bed. It's kind of pain. So yeah, you gotta deal with that. And then I gotta deal with my own mental health. Say what you want, but work is stressful. It will eat you up over time, especially in certain fields. If you're in a call center, I feel like every call center person, this in general, everybody needs therapy, but call center people deal with people that are so angry and so mean sometimes, and the fact is that it's not their fault. But you're the one that they can talk to, and that you're technically affiliated with a company. And the company knows people are going to be angry, and they know you're going to get these calls. They don't care that you're having these mental issues as a result of their problem with policies and other things. They don't care. It's their bottom line. So you are going to have to do your own work to be able to figure it out. Unfortunately, there are other examples besides just call centers where this is a thing. Like, fucking emergency phone operators hear some of the worst things that you can imagine, and they have to go back to work and do it again. Like, it's depressing, man. I couldn't do it. Like, that's shit that would destroy me mentally. And these people deserve their own sort of help, honestly, because it's so unique. You see and hear the worst of the worst going on. All you can do is press a button and send someone to help and hope that it works, and you rarely get an answer as to what happened. It just wears on your soul so fast, I imagine. And then there's other things that are similar to that too in the medical professional field, but at least, you get the finality of death, even though it sucks. You're there and you can move on, hopefully, over time. I mean, everybody's got their own fucking traumas to deal with certain forms of work. And hell, even, the other people that are also just wage slaves have their own monotonous tedium of feeling like they're a cog and they have no purpose in life. Like, it's a terrible thing, the world. It really is, what we've reduced it down to. That isn't to say there aren't good people and that there aren't people that want to help and change it. But we're all disillusioned, wandering around, waiting for somebody to direct us. Well, unfortunately, there is no major person that I could ever trust in my entire life with the amount of abuse I've seen for people at the top. I don't care where their background comes from or how they got to, just when you're that high up and you have that much power, it changes you. It just does. And you need oversight, you need help, you need things that just quite frankly are hard to admit because everybody relies on you. And if you're not seen as so strong and so brave and so smart and all these things, then you get persecuted. And even if you are seen as that, if you make even a slightly significant, like a decision that changes things slightly for the worse for others and slightly better for others, it just becomes a dichotomy of differing perspectives about how this is bad and how this is good and all of this crap. It's just not easy. It really isn't. And there's a lot that has to be undone with the leaders of the world with how they decide to view their population. They are right now just tools for them to use. Instead, back in the day, the tools were what used the government. Meaning it was us, the people, that were at the top. And the government that responded to us. The will of the people. Not the will of one man or woman, not the group of men or women. No, the will of the people. But they slowly stripped that away. Us making concessions, like with what happened with Hitler. They take a little bit, they take a little more, they take a little more, and eventually you're in a war. Well, now it's time to fight back, I have to say. But first, we all gotta fix ourselves a little bit, because blame, greed, so many other negative things are all too common. So many people all just want to get to the top so they can subjugate people like they were. They don't care about trying to fix the issues. They merely want the power. Me? What do I want? I want to start looking for a girlfriend once I get out of my damn house. That's one of the reasons why I get the fuck out of here so damn fast. Find some friends, find my boo, maybe make some music, some programs, some hobbies. Try and get my life together a little bit, you know what I mean? But it all starts with fixing yourself. It all starts with acknowledging you have a problem in your head and I want to fix it. And I don't want to be this way anymore. That's where it starts. And it takes a long time. It's going to be rough. Some of you will get it like that. Some others are going to be struggling for a long time. Don't get jealous about those. Try not to get too jealous of those who get it away right away. Okay? Everybody, just don't try and get vindictive or judgmental, alright? It's a good thing that they're okay, and it's a good thing that they're now feeling good. That's what you want. You don't want to, like, your standard, that resentment in your mind is incorrectly placed. There's nothing wrong with it. Being a little jealous about somebody doing better than you is okay. But there's a big difference between, man, I wish I was that good, to, I'm gonna fucking try and fuck this person's life up. I cannot believe they are doing this much better than me. Oh my god, I can't fucking even handle it. Huge difference. Okay? You're working on your own life, and you're gonna have your own pitfalls and stuff. Try to remember that. Try to remember that you are not the same as the person you were looking at that is doing better. They may have had it easier. They may have found a magical thing. It doesn't matter. And in fact, it might be more temporary for them. And you're working more in a long-term solution. They might have gotten better. And it might be in a few months to a year, they'll be back to being depressed again. But you, instead of, because you've been working your ass for an entire year, did actually get better. And it's more solid. And while this person is back to their normal, somewhat depressed place, you are more stable and able to actually work more on stuff. And you might actually be able to even help them. And at the same time, if that person gets better, they might be able to help you. So don't get discouraged just because others are doing well. Use them as an example. Look, clearly they got better. I can get better. They got better. I can get better. Okay? I might not be the same as them, and their treatment might not work for me, but damn it, if they can get better, so can I. And that's the mentality you've got to have, because trust me, you are going to get destroyed by your own brain, you're going to get destroyed by the people around you, and you're going to get fucking angry at everything that is happening because it doesn't seem fair. And it isn't. But that's life. Unfortunately, not everything is fair and just in the world. And while we can all try and make it a little better and fairer and more just, it does not mean it will always be perfect or ever perfect to begin with. That's upsetting, but it's also freeing because it means you can try and make the world a better place. And that's a purpose to have for the future. Try and make everything just a little bit better for everybody else around you. That's a wonderful goal to have in life. And I applaud the people that take those initiatives and try. Sometimes you might get caught up in the wrong place with the wrong people and end up not helping. That sucks. But you still have the mind of wanting to help someone. You still have the mind of wanting to free the world. And that's good. So you went to the wrong place. Well, come on over. I went to the wrong place too. You know, we all have our shit. We all think that, you know, we all make our mistakes. But we grow and learn from them. Hopefully. We try to grow and learn from them. It's time to grow and learn. You know? Might as well do this. There's nothing wrong with recording while driving, right? It's not raining this time. But yeah, like for real. I gotta say bye. I gotta say, yeah, man. Like, look, if there's a
I don't know who's out there. I don't know what's out there. But I hope to find somebody to love. I do. I do really hope to find somebody to love. I hope that the individuals that are trying to control me stop and let me go and blossom. I hope that the rather significant amount of people that want to see me dead don't get to see that, but I digress on that end. And honestly, like, you want me I'm only doing this at this point for me. Unfortunately, you're still going to be able to listen, and you're still going to be able to hear and all that sort of thing, and I'm just not able to really do much about that. I mean, technically I could, but I don't fucking feel like it. There's a lot less convenience involved if I were to do that. So, yeah. Besides, some of you actually need somebody to fucking listen to, which is the worst part. I feel like you should have somebody else in your life besides myself, because I'm certainly not the right person to be trying to take advice from. You know what I mean? I know there are some individuals that want me to just disappear, no longer talk to anybody, no longer say any of this, and proceed as if it really was a delusion. Well, I will, on the outside, but I know what the truth is. You know, you can't change that. That's just how that goes. Look, not only am I saying I don't know who you are, not only am I saying I don't want to really be with anybody right now or anything like that, I would like it if you were to just leave. I mean, at this fucking point, this is just not good for the both of us. There is nothing good here that is going on. I know you want to hang around and say that we're meant to be together or something like that, but that's a big ask for somebody that's never met me, and I've certainly never met them. There's so many other things that are involved in this. It's kind of disturbing. You know, those who want to help, go for it. But yeah, I'm just me right now. I mean, that's the most frustrating part. It really is the most frustrating part for me, is that, like, I was good in the summer of 2016, man. I had the prospect. I was going to give me, like, just the beginning of the next year, start getting a job, looking for people for friends. I started up Tinder. There were many things that I was doing that would help me. And then she came in and interfered. She straight up poisoned me the first time because I was like, I want to go over to California. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm realizing it now. You know, at the time I was like, I just got a bad batch or something, or maybe I just didn't know the interactions, but now this is the fucking third or fourth time I've been fucking poisoned after saying the wrong thing and saying that I want to move on and move forward in my life. It's so fucking dumb. Like, it's really fucking dumb. It's dangerous too, because sometimes I can die or get really serious problems with my health. that can last for a while. And that's not even getting into the whole other shit involved with, individuals coming into my house and bugging things and all this. Look, to those who think they have some sort of guilt and they may want to help me or whatever, if you want to, please help me by allowing this individual to disappear from me. I don't know how, I don't know what way. The other ones that are not poisoning me and not trying to control me and manipulate me into doing things, I ever happen to meet you, I hope we hit it off. I do. Hope we can become friends. Hope if there's a possibility one of you might be able to become more than friends if I'm no longer as mistrusting. Yeah. There are more than a few things going on that I need to fix with myself to be able to be in a relationship, I think. So I don't really see that as me, Oh my god, I was talking about it earlier, but goddamn, even friendships, like, people have to really work with me, because I'm an asshole. It's not me not caring about your feelings. It's not that. It's a lot of it is down to social anxiety and me just having a really hard time putting forth the effort to allow people in. Like, it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of trust, and I've had that trust broken so many times that truthfully, it's hard. It's really hard, and these days, right now, in the state that I'm in, you'd be lucky if you could weasel in like Sue did. And even Sue isn't like my most amazing friend in the whole wide world, Like, I like the girl. I think she's a good person, but it's not like we're best friend or anything like that. Yeah, if I could, I would change so much about that. I'm sorry that I let it get to this point. I really am. I'm real sorry that I let everybody down. You guys had a lot of high expectations for me, and I couldn't meet them. And when I couldn't meet them, or I felt inadequate, I lashed out, and I more or less just decided to become a huge douchebag and started trying to hurt people under the guise of justification that it was for the greater good. And yeah, I don't really know what else I can say. I just want to be okay. Want to get better. Don't want to hurt anybody. Want to move forward again in my life. Want to be able to have a meaningful connection with somebody again and trust again. It's not exactly easy for me. It really isn't. I'm really hoping that a change in scenery can help change my attitude and help bring forth some better habits and some keeping of my own, self-control, but holding myself accountable. There we go. Be able to start holding myself accountable for the goals I set for myself and things. I have kind of started some of this process already. It's slower, though, where I'm at. It takes much longer because of everything that's going on. You don't have to help me. I understand that I also hurt a lot of people. And, that, quite frankly, I might be the one that needs to help you. I have my own guilt and shame over everything that occurred. As much as I wish I could say I don't, as much as I wish I could say that I feel justified and I feel okay with my actions and decisions, I do not. I suffered a moral crisis. And I just can't do it anymore. Just can't do it. It's no longer worth it to me. The price to pay is too high. So I'm relieving myself of the situation that I created. I know that's selfish. I'm sorry. But I feel like it's one of the only ways that this could get better. Saying enough is enough. And I need to, for myself, to be able to get better. No longer be with you. You know? No longer be with certain individuals. Or think even about those individuals. I don't know, man. I just hope I can get better, and I feel like I want to not feel like a monster underneath all of the bullshit that I put forth. I want to be able to feel like I can be myself again. Not have this mask of pretending and everything else going on. I want to be genuine with somebody and laugh and with them. You know, not be on guard, not have to feel like I'm trying so hard just to be liked. Because I have to be liked. Need to be liked. It's compulsive. Yeah, it's something, man. I don't know really what else to say about it, too, which is the unfortunate situation. Like, all I do is kind of sit around on my butt, do a few coping mechanisms, listen to music, and I want to do something else. I want to start coming up with stuff to do. Or I can get into. Because, well, it's going to take time, I think, for people to leave me alone. Or not. Like, truthfully speaking, I have no idea what's going to happen. I really don't. If I had any guess, this is my predictions. The ones that can do what they do will do what they do. The one that's obsessed will either become no longer obsessed and go through something else, either hating me, blaming me, whatever it is, probably lash out every once in a while. And hopefully they straighten themselves up and they manage to go and start talking to somebody and fixing themselves. The ones that still want to be obsessed with me, think they can be with me and they can come into my life and all that. Okay, go for it. I'm not stopping you. Those that want to help, those that want to continue with some sort of grandmaster plan will do so. And the government's gonna keep a small eye on me. Other than that, I don't really see much else that's gonna happen. I don't have any idea as to what's gonna happen with Section 8 housing. My guess is that I'll be denied, and I'll be back to square one with my parents, and I'll be still working on trying to get better slowly. And then hopefully I can get a job or find enough friends or something and break free from the cage I'm in, man. Because I just don't want to be here anymore. I'm tired and alone. I'm scared. And I want life to be better. So I'm taking my steps that I can to improve it as best I can. And as shitty and as slow and as tedious as this is, I hold in hope with myself that it will get better over time. And if I keep plugging away and I keep trying, that I will succeed somewhere, somehow, with something. And that's good enough right now, as far as I'm concerned. That's good enough. There's so much stuff that needs to be said, but honestly, saying it won't help. Won't do anything but bring up hurt, change nothing. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. I am going to... Apparently I'm going downhill. This is actually a little scary. I've literally never been down this way before. And do not know what to expect here. This is a desolate fucking road, man. This is a good dogging road right here. Come pull over to the side of the road and get your head and get your fucking... You know, if that's what... if that's what you were looking for... Actually, this is not that far off. And this looks like a good place to maybe go hiking, or... It's not that far away, really. Huh. Well, what do we have here? But no, really, actually, I have no idea. There's no real markings. It's actually extremely dark, so it's kind of dangerous. Yeah. Wow. Fuck me, man. There's a fucking car over there. What the fuck that car doing? That's creepy. He's got his lights on. What's he doing over there? He's sleeping? I hope he's sleeping. She or whoever. Fucking serial killer, murdery ass motherfucker. Just terrifying ass. Some guy just parked on the goddamn side of the road in between bushes. Like scary ass shit, man. Like, that's terrifying. Where am I going? I don't know. But I've got enough gas to make it home, so it's fine. Wow. What the fuck is out here? This is interesting. This is interesting. I've never gone down Power Road this far. This is something. Yeah, that's living in the moment. Anyways, past is the past. I'm breaking up with everybody is essentially what's happening. If you didn't know. You know, that's kind of the end of it. I can't stop you from listening in, but you're gonna be hurt. You're gonna have to not fuck around with my goddamn body. You're gonna have to leave me the hell alone. Alright? That's my stipulation. If you wanna listen in, you're not gonna get to poison me, and you certainly don't get to influence my decision making unless it's absolutely necessary. And I mean life and death necessary. Okay? Otherwise, like, just, you know? Did you like it when your parents tried to manipulate all this stuff and do it? Like, it's just not a good thing. Wow, that's a giant fucking bird in the middle of the road there. There's a lot of stuff out here. Wow, look at those lights. That's pretty. Let's keep our eyes on the road here, buddy. Yeah, alright. You know what, we're gonna just pull over here for a second. I know, I just had to drive all the way over here in the middle of nowhere, you know, just 'cause I felt like it. Because I actually kind of want to focus on what's going on right now, which is, you know, a big deal, so to speak. Look. Please don't take this the wrong way. You know, like, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. This is just me saying how I feel. So, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. There's a lot of stuff. And I got some fucking creepy, you know, I really don't want to be scary. This is creepy, man. This is creepy. Anyways. Yeah, I need to I guess start making an effort to get somebody to love. It's gonna be a little difficult because whenever I try and do that, the main thing that starts to happen is, well, she gets involved. So, yeah. And, yeah. So if you want to help with anything, that's all I can ask for, really. And to each and every one of you out there, everybody, remember, it gets better. Sometimes. So, I've started to sing in my car now, like before, so I figured it might not be so bad to be able to do the whole singing thing and the thing. But, yeah, let me see, where was I before? That's right here, right now. Let's ruin the flow having to do this whole thing. Damn it! I have but one mission in life, and that is to be able to say, with no malice in my heart or shadow of doubt, that I love you, baby, and I wanna be with you too. But I haven't found you. I'm searching. I'm making my way through life just like anybody. And all I can say, hopefully that cop doesn't pull me over. Alright, slow down here. Immediate ruin of the flow. Anyways. And I just want to say that I'm doing okay without you, baby. I've got my skin on firm like a rhino. I've got my thick hide to go. You can say, you can try to hurt me, but it's not gonna happen no more. I've given up your wicked ways, and I've gotta say your heart's no longer for me. Black and bleak, so blue and dark, I can't compete with your own insecurities. You want to say I'm tempted, you want to control everything. Every time I leave a search for the love I'm destined, you want to be right there to interfere. And I've only got so much time left to do this. So let's have a little contest to see how far you can run. Because they're coming for you. Yes, they're coming for you. And all I can say is that I just want to make my way down a little alley or two and come up with a plan for my own little life of fortitude. I only have so much I can do right now, but I'm going. Yes, are you really going to be this slow right now? My goodness. Okay. Yeah. What in the world? What are you doing, buddy? People be ruining your flow? Like, you don't even know? It's so cruel. It's almost like they're a tool of your destruction of so much lava in that flow, man. Anyways. Yeah, I'll keep at it. I'm starting to get some diaphragm control and some vocal cords back that I didn't have before. Which is great, honestly. It's been nice being able to breathe through my stomach again instead of raising my chest. Oh, those short, quick, like panic breaths. You know, they get to you after a while. If you can't take in a full breath, it's destructive. Anyways. And I will always love you. I would love to say I love somebody right now. I would love to say that. I don't even really love myself right now, so how can anybody be loved when you hate yourself? It just doesn't make much sense. I don't know, that's me. But yeah, you know, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. I don't know. I mean, I'm a Typhoid Mary. They've been fucking tracking my ass for so damn long, I don't even really have any option but to go along with whatever the fuck the U.S. government decides to point me towards at this point. And then, that's not even getting into the whole other shit that's going on. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it's all kind of relative at this point. So up in the morning I got down with the thoughts that I had last night, and I gotta say that it wasn't alright with all that fucking ruminating, and I can't understand why I just don't want to fucking get through with my plan. Oh my god, it's like every other day, so tedious and boring. It's just one more thing, and after. No matter what, I can't understand all these feelings inside of me. I gotta process and take heed of the world around me, and then I get bashed by my own family as if I'm some sort of monster, scary. Oh shit, Sprite's coming for me. These fucking goddamn people in the shadows, like as if I know what's going on. Oh my shit, what the fuck did they do to me? I can't keep blaming them. I can only keep going forward, but they keep coming after me. Oh shit, what's going on with this brain of mine? It's rhyming again. I don't know how long I've got until it goes away again. How long until somebody comes back in again? Till this wall I've created around myself, to these hearts that I want to give out to so many people. I don't have the time, I say to myself, as if it's never going to be okay, it's never going to be alright. Oh shit, another shot to my brain, another thought making me go insane. Oh shit, another fucking day gone. Oh fuck, what's going to happen tomorrow? Again, over and over. Fuck, man, it's just beginning. It's only gonna get harder as you keep going. Guess what? I'm ready. Fucking try me. I got this shit on lockdown. You got nothing. You keep trying to kill me. I'm still standing. What's happening with you and all the other little punks out there? Huh? Saying you so strong, when in reality, you fucking using and abusing everyone around you. You keep saying that it's alright. You keep saying that it's gonna change once you get to X, Y, Z. It's not. I've been there, done that. Dead. I'm over it. Get over yourself. Get away from me. I'm done. Everything that you're trying to do now to get with me, it ain't gonna work. I know your tricks. I know what's happening. Stop. Get away. If you want to play, get back into my life. Figure it out a way. Get rid of your radioactivity. Come back and see me on the radio as I blow up like a fucking star supernova. No matter what you say, you can't up and put this shit down, motherfucker. Another day. Again. Say one more time, I'm your friend. Say one more time, I'm your destined. Oh shit, another day, gone. Every fucking one of you, every goddamn one of you wants to pray for a better day, but you never want to say one damn thing to yourself to bring you up into a sunny place. Then you want to put your blinders on and blame. Oh shit, I'm tired of it. Oh shit, I can't handle it. Oh shit, the fucking world's in the dumps because we all have this psyche of more and more now. Oh my God, look at me. How great am I? Greatest of all time. Fuck you. Get off your throne. Take a seat. Take the fucking red pill. Be woken. We have shit going on that's far more broken. You want to continue down the path of destruction, and I've got to say I'm ending it. I'm saying no more of this. You are going down. It's not going to happen no more. I've said enough. Now, you can keep coming after me, baby. You can keep trying, baby. But, oh my God, am I gonna fucking fly? This phoenix has risen. These roots have stayed and fallen into place. Okay? It's time, man. It's time to move. It's time to go. It's time to groove. I ain't got no place but to say that I'm sorry, man. That's all I can do. So many shitty things I did. So many things going on in my head. Thinking I was part of something. Shit. I didn't even know my fantasies were real. Goddamn. Turns out, you don't quite know what's around you, do you? Look at those shadows attaching to you, complaining and complimenting, almost as if they're trying to manipulate you. Just watch out. Don't pretend. Don't let them through. Don't let them manipulate you. The brainwashing of America has to end. The brainwashing of the world has to end. It's got to begin with you. It's got to start from within. Every day, it's going to be tedious. It's going to be rough. You're never going to feel like you're making it through. But God damn it, if you don't push, if you don't try, it ain't ever going to happen. You got to keep going. Don't let them get to you. Don't let them try you. Because shit, motherfucker, look at you. You got everywhere. You did everything. You got all this shit going on. And look, you still here, motherfucker. You got this shit. Don't fucking let it drop. Okay? You have it. You got it. Be careful, but run with it. These are scissors, motherfucker. Don't be stupid. Cut those out your life that are going to hurt you and put you down. Cut those out your life that are unredeemable and need help. Cut those out your life that you need to get rid of for your own sake. Because I've got to say, it helps. Helps the day by day. Fuck, man, what you gonna do anymore? I don't know. I say to myself every day, it's one more thing. I go for a walk. I meditate. Fuck, if it don't feel like it isn't helping. But I gotta say, oh shit, wait. I'm better than I was yesterday. And that's okay. Don't let them put you down, man. Don't let them say you ain't right. No matter what you doing, what you saying, it's all okay. You got a friend in this guy. Any other day, any other hour, you need to talk. Come at me. We need more people like me. People willing to say, hey, shit's not okay. And you know what? I want to help. Have another day. Don't fucking at me. Peace. And there you go. Nice little lyrical poet. Stumbled a little bit there for a bit, but I thought I got it back. Yeah, man, there's so much stuff going on. I understand that the government's going to be there for a really long time. I fucking love that they're still around. It's like it's mandatory. They can't go away. It's policy for them. Because they have to hear my ass no matter what. Oh, yeah. It's good shit, man. Oh. Why? Because they think they're so above everybody, and it's so not the case. I mean, legally speaking, they have a lot of authority, but it doesn't change the fact they're still assholes. They have to listen to my fucking self. Complaining and shit and slowly turning them over to my side of things. Because they know I'm right. And hell, that was practically the plan all along. Mission accomplished, motherfucker. Oh, gosh. But it worked out, didn't it? Come kill me. Seriously, come kill me. I'm ready and waiting. There are people that are also ready and waiting. Have your fun. Do your thing. Leave me alone. Figure it out. Stop trying to hurt me. You know, standard usual spiel. Motherfucker, I'm feeling good. I just went on a nice ride. Had some flow. Sung a few words. Shit, man. That's some good stuff right there. I got a nice laugh over the idea of helping out people, maybe bringing them over, maybe having some perspective change. Ultimately, I mean, that's kind of what I ended up getting caught for in the first place when I asked for people to fucking set up my damn IP address to get caught. Granted, at first, I didn't know that that was really what was happening, but I'm going to say I did it on purpose. That's true. Motherfucker, I didn't know. But I'd make the best of the situation given to me. That's how it goes. That's how I roll. That's what happens when you're in an abused place, man. You gotta figure out how to make the best of situations that are just plain shit. I mean, and you can't get rid of them. You know, they're there and they're just not gonna go away. So you gotta have a little levity. You gotta have a little fun. You gotta break the monotony. Yeah, just, you know. Dude, that fucking cop had some moves, though. He did the Running Man well. I'm not gonna lie. That should be his go-to for some functions, you know what I mean? Shit. It always makes me feel like, because you know cops are human beings. You know that. They have their own hopes and aspirations and all this shit, but they get their identity, and even with their own selves, their identity gets attached to their job. And so their own personal moral ethics and codes, and they become all stingy and uptight, and it just, I don't know, man. You lose a bit of the stuff that you need, man. The bit of the humanity that's left in you gets taken out, I feel. Broken down, and that's just not right. You guys have every bit of a right to have a respected job and a good life and all that, man. Everybody does. Most people do. The vast majority of people do. There are some motherfuckers I'd like to see die, but that's my own personal biases and blah blah blah. And there's also other people who have different perspectives and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, the whole idea of the person that's diddling the little kids is really not worth my time to consider. Now, the pedophile that wants help and probably got abused themselves when they were younger and unfortunately worked their own sexual desires, they need help. They need to process things, and quite frankly, psychedelics might actually help them access some of those poor memories and maybe treat some of those issues that they have with those sexual miswirings that exist in their brain, because they associate this trauma as something good, and unfortunately it's not, and it's also associated with an incredibly young time frame, and so you mature, it's not good for the brain. It's really not. And unfortunately, there's a lot, and I mean a lot, of people out there that have this idea that it's okay. And while technically it's not gonna, I can't even bring myself to say it, because it's like, technically speaking, they're not necessarily getting hurt. And I'm like, bitch, yes they are, fucker! You just don't see the fucking scars! So, yeah, you know, it's a little tough. I have some anger, natural bias. I gotta really apologize for that particular one, though. As for abuse and abusing, well, unfortunately, I think there needs to be a change in the dynamic, because there's abuse on all sides of the fence. Many women abuse men, many men abuse women, and unfortunately, oftentimes relationships continue and they normalize that abuse. And they bring it to their kids, and their kids normalize it, and it just never seems to stop. And so eventually you have to say and own up and go, whoa, this isn't right. So, yeah. I'm just glad I caught myself before I got into a real relationship with somebody. Just glad I caught myself before stuff really started going downhill for me. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. It's now officially the next day, 12:10 a.m.
I'm tired and I'm going to bed. Hey there, Furby. What you up to, huh? You little kitty? You only like to show up when I'm about to go to bed. It's not true, but it feels like it. Yeah, I am back to my normal sex drive, roughly. Um, Sometimes up to 4 times in a day. Which feels good, honestly speaking. It feels like normal. Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. Damiano leaf powder. And, here's the weirdest part about it is that it's not like pie gum tree bark powder, which is like very significantly cowper fluid heavy, but it also gives you like tingles and some slight extra nerve sensations. This is a bit different. Once it started, the Damiano leaf, once I started it took a while, like a good, I'd say about 2 months roughly, of preparing it and ingesting it the way I was, for it to really start to have this effect, which is, it used to be subtle, but now it's just like, no, I can be hard no matter what. Like, it's not hard. It really isn't. And I can chain things if I want to. I can pop off one, go right off to the next. Which is a weird effect, because truthfully, that never happened on pie gum tree bark powder. Normally, pie gum tree bark powder, it's like you do the one, and then, like, sure, you're still able to be hard, but you're not doing another one for at least another hour, if maybe 30 minutes if you're lucky, and like, you're gonna really want it. That's the thing, like, pie gum tree bark powder makes you horny as shit if you're male. Whereas apparently, with clinical studies that have been done, if you're female with Damiano leaf, it's kind of the same thing. Apparently, it's much more significant in terms of their effect to them than it is to men, but I have noticed definite effects. For sure, an increased sensitivity, but that might actually just be due to the lion's mane mushroom. There is the possibility that some other things are going on to be able to help keep the ride going, so to speak. But yeah, I'll take it, whatever it is. Like, this is good right now. I'd recommend it. It'll take time if you're a guy. I don't know at all for women. I'm not one. I'm not one, shocker. But also that the fact that everybody's different, and you eat somebody else. I like to think of it also like this, is that, like, it took a good amount of time for it to build up into my system in such a way that these effects were much more pronounced and much more there. Like, there is actually an increase in some cowper's fluid and some precum with this stuff, and there is apparently like an easier ability to have an orgasm if you're a man, an easier ability to chain those orgasms and actually feel satisfied from them too, which is the big part for me. The big part for me is not that they're satisfactory. For me, as a result of the ADHD medication that I was taking, like 4 or 5 times in a few hours is sometimes not enough if you're on that shit. And I happen to have that issue. I've had bloody raw dick, man. It ain't fun. Bloody dick ain't fun, man. Ain't nobody wants a bloody dick. Yeah. You rub yourself so damn hard that you rub yourself raw that way. I'm not gonna get into how any of that shit happened, but yes, this Damon leaf powder does seem to be working. The ashwagandha root is nice. It's good nerve support, good hormone support, good adrenal fatigue, really. That's nice. Still low dosing or micro dosing cannabis. It seems to be doing well. I definitely feel like there's a slight change in my gut flora already. But I also have been taking other supplements, and I have been changing my diet slowly but surely, and I have introduced new forms of bacteria through my own thing, and I don't know. So there's a lot that I've experimented upon myself with, and so you would never know exactly what it is and isn't that is doing what, basically. But yeah, I'd try it if you're a woman. There have been clinical studies shown to have increased mood and libido for women specifically. So yeah, and if you're also a woman, Fernageek, it's basically an estrogen substitute. If you're an older woman, it's usually a good idea to have it, for when you're having issues. Like, for instance, from my understanding, thanks to the way hormones fluctuate during a woman's cycle, when they're very low estrogen, during that cycle, they can sometimes have headaches and cramping and other issues. And Fernageek can temporarily help with that, basically. I wouldn't recommend doing it every day because your body can start to think that it's getting all this stuff from the outside, so it stops producing as much of its own, and it's dangerous because you can cause yourself to have too much estrogen, which is a precursor to certain forms of cancer, so you should watch out for that. The only reason why I know of it is because back in the day on 4chan, the Hentai Alternative Board D or Delta had a significant lactation fetish board, and there were both men and women. Yes, that's right, men and women, or male to female, depending on. We really didn't specify. But going over how they use these various supplements and things to basically increase breast size and be able to introduce lactation as well, which also increase breast size, but increases your caloric output. If you didn't know, it takes energy to convert the fat that you're taking in into the milk that's coming out, and so you basically started this whole process up and consistently milk yourself, you're actually you can eat a lot more. It's kind of one of the benefits they were discussing, So I always found that weird. But at the same time, it's not easy, and it does take a lot of work and a lot of, you're going to have to basically confuse your body into it. to be able to get those kinds of results, but just the Fenugreek or Fenugreek or whatever, however it's pronounced. There are a couple others, but that's the main one. It can be used for helping with certain things. The same with magnesium. It's always good to have around for anybody, because if you experience muscle cramping, it's a good idea to have it. Just in general, people kind of have less magnesium. Same with vitamin D3. Like in general, people tend to have low levels of certain vitamins that we used to get much more often than we do now. And I think it's also helping facilitate a lot of these issues that we have, because our diet, while it's not going to change, is not exactly healthy, and gives us all the nutrients we actually need for proper functioning body and organ and brain system. When they're given their nutrients, they do their work better, and they ultimately are able to handle more of the other stresses that come up. So that's one of the reasons why I tell myself to try and eat healthier, but I still suck at it. Not even gonna lie. Yeah, no holier than thou. Maybe I would have been back in the day when I was like super hardcore about it, but I'm not anymore. So, if I was going to recommend it, keto and intermittent fasting is a good way to go if you talk to a nutritionist and discuss the plan properly. Don't just fucking do it. It can be dangerous. You can take it overboard. You start to see results. You start feeling better, and then you're like, oh, well, I don't need to eat as much, and I don't need to, and it can become very, very bad. So, watch out for that. I took it so far overboard that I literally started having issues with my bone density. And when I was in the mental health facility, while I was stretching my shoulders out, had this huge pain, and I decided we had to get me an x-ray there. And it turns out I had hairline fractures in my shoulder blade. So yeah, it's just stupid. Like I took it too far. I started eating both muscles and fat. And I actually stopped eating the fat off my body. There's stuff that was just stuck to my stomach that was not going to go away. Not without actually working, like doing crunches and exercising. But yes, it is possible to have it help, and if you do it the correct way, it's actually a good way to have a lifestyle change of diet. More in general, keto that I was doing was heavy on the vegetables, lots of fiber, didn't really get too much fruits. I got mostly mango or banana, and it would be every other day, or actually I literally stopped eating even mangoes and bananas at the end there, which don't do that. Your body needs good glucose to start the process. It's going to need it. Your brain really needs it, like straight up. Yes, your brain can convert and be able to run on this other energy source, but it comes at a cost long term. So be warned about that. The basic things that I say is, if you're already going for a walk, keep it up. Slowly, just try push yourself in that regard. But the main thing that everybody really kind of has to focus on is diet, and how much you're eating and when you're eating it is a big deal in terms of how your body processes food. If you're eating very late at night before you fall asleep, your body wants to expel that waste again right before you go to sleep. It can become uncomfortable, and you might not even know that your body wants to do it. You just have like some tummy issues or whatever. And then, like, if you're eating consistently throughout the day, you also have some issues with spotty poops, multiple poops a day. If you have a good bowel system, if you're eating properly and all that. If you're not, then you have what's called a slow colon, which is usually the result of less fiber, more fat and protein, and not enough water and not enough, stretching to get it moving, basically. You'd be surprised at how fast your bowels can get helped with yoga. Seriously, basic yoga. I know that sounds weird, but here's the science behind it. To me. I'm making this up as I go along. Kind of. Your bowels are, of course, going to move around a little bit while they're inside of your gut. And your poop is having to slide in between along those intestines. If you're not moving, yes, your body will do its natural course of action to be able to try and help that along, but if it's too hard, or if it's too long, or whatever the case is, then it has difficulty doing so. And therefore, if you move around, even if it's just walking, the vibrations from walking can help and move things around. So, yes, if you're having slow movements, if you're having issues getting stuff out, exercise can sometimes help. Certain exercises. Weightlifting 500 pounds, push-up, it's not really going to do much. What we're talking about here is activating more or less of your core. It's one of the reasons why having yoga being done, or doing yoga, was what I initially suggested, because it allows you to stretch out the rest of your muscles and that, and so it has a double action benefit as well as strengthening and conditioning your body, so it can be very helpful. Unfortunately, there's a lot of guys and gals out there that get put off by the whole spirituality and chakras and the energies within everything. At first, I was very put off. The person I am now is just like, it's a fucking workout. They believe that this does this and all that. That's them. As long as they do the poses and I do my thing, I'm fine. It's like, I'm not going to fuck around with it. Do your poses, you're fine. Anyways, signing off here. Good night. Wish you the best for either the rest of your day or night.